Hey everyone, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Welcome back to another edition. I think this is day 3 of my quest to the $1 million mark in starting a new business. I think I am almost doing this to hold myself accountable. I have no anticipation that maybe anybody will ever watch this on the YouTubes, but I'm going to put it out there because it at least gives me something to focus on day to day that I know I guess it's a diary of sorts, a video diary for myself to document this journey from zero to $1 million. One guy I listen to a lot, who I'd consider kind of a mentor, he doesn't know who I am, obviously, but pretty compelling speaker and author is Alex Hermosi, and he's owns acquisition.com now, has sold multiple companies for tens of millions of dollars, and wasn't somebody else who started from basically nothing, or negative nothing actually, if you listen to his story, and built up multiple, again, 7-figure businesses in what he did. And in any case, he's recently sold those, I think, kind of his 3 core businesses that he was working on for several years, and now owns acquisition.com, where he kind of takes minority stakes in various other companies that are looking to kind of get to the next level in their own growth. But he has a great podcast called The Game. Definitely recommend checking that one out. I've gone back and been through all the various episodes he's put out there for the past, 4 or 5 years or whatnot. And as he explains in his podcast as well as his YouTube channel, he makes he makes the videos and the content that he does solely for the purpose of documenting his journey as he's on his way, working his way up to $1 billion net worth. And so he's obviously further along than myself and maybe a lot of folks out there. Well, definitely a lot of folks out there. But as he works his way up to Bezos and Bill Gates-ish status, he wants to document his journey. So I'm doing the same thing, but of course not going from tens of millions to $1 billion, but going from 0 to $1 million. I'm going to try to do this within 1 year. It is like September 26th technically, or 27th technically, but I'm counting this from my day 3. I did 2 prior videos that I'll be getting posted up here for too long that started at my journey at Funnel Hacker Live 2022 in Orlando, Florida, and that's where I recorded those first 2 episodes. I'm now back in my humble abode here, back to my day job. Today's Monday, so I had to get back into the swing of things. Great to be back with the family, of course, and see my kids, my wife, and the dog. I don't really miss as much, but it's okay. He still gets some love. But yeah, I've been thinking about a lot today. Obviously, it's hard, still having to work the 9 to 6 or 8 to 5, 8 to 6, whatever kind of job that I have, as probably many of you do as well, while also trying to start up something new for myself on the side and, ideally grow that to something pretty significant. So, again, this is kind of my journey in terms of documenting that for myself to hopefully look back on, maybe have something for my kids to check out as they get older and start to learn about these types of things. I guess the one main thing I was able to accomplish today, which wasn't a ton, but number one, kind of, again, sort of nailing in that I want to do one of these videos every day, posted on the Business Launch Secrets channel on YouTube, which I did get those accounts actually set up, or the channels created rather, for that, as well as PhD Secrets, which is the kind of core business that I'm looking to build out to provide, well, at this point, looking to sell a newsletter with various kind of tips and advice, career advice for those with PhDs. And then on top of that, sell something at a higher ticket for more like a one-on-one type of coaching program, I guess you could say. Although I might kind of do that a little bit differently, maybe than some other programs. But again, I'll dig into the details on that a little bit later. It's already like super late, and I need to go to bed tonight because I have to get back up and go to my job tomorrow. So I'll be doing that. So aside from setting up those channels on YouTube, because YouTube I would like to be one of my primary avenues for getting content out there and ideally getting traffic into my funnels as I start to build those out. I really despise YouTube, frankly, and so I hope to just not use Facebook at all. At least that's how I feel today, but I'm not sure. Obviously, Facebook has like 1 billion people on it, so hard to pass up that as a viable traffic source. But, you know, and there's other things. I don't like TikTok for various reasons, even though, again, that's a hot new platform that people recommend getting into if you're trying to market yourself, etc. TikTok's a little too sketchy in terms of issues dealing with China that I would rather avoid at this point for various reasons. So I'm going to try to avoid that again, as well as Facebook. So YouTube, I think, is still a very cool platform, at least for myself. I think pretty much a lot of people in terms of generations, still use it. I know my stepson watches like 8 hours of YouTube videos a day, so it's still hot with the younger generation, my generation. I mean, I have learned a ton off YouTube, and I know friends of mine that use it regularly for things they do, and then maybe not so much for the older folks. I don't know. My mom, I don't think, watches a lot of YouTube, but maybe other old people do. I don't know. I haven't done a poll of old people yet to see what the YouTube interest is there. So that's at least one of my primary sources. I'll probably also be setting up a blog, I think. ClickFunnels, which is the sales funnel platform tool, whatever, that I plan on using for setting up all my marketing funnels and sales funnels. Which, by the way, you should definitely use ClickFunnels and not any of the other random ones, which I have looked at. I'm aware of whatever lead pages, I guess, and drop funnels, etc., that try to market themselves as being the better ClickFunnels alternative. But a little quick shout out to ClickFunnels. I mean, after having been at the Funnel Hacking Live conference that they put on, again, say that they, the founders, the whole team there definitely have so they're all, and it's a self-funded company, number one, so they're not like VC backed or have, have to deal with like private equity partners that have their own motives for what they're doing with the business. But these are guys that bootstrap this thing together, and now it's like $1 billion business. So, and they're still the same guys are in charge, and they definitely have the interests of providing good value all around to their customers and being sure that their customers have the right knowledge and training that is necessary to. Obviously, they want you to use the platform because they want you to get a subscription or a membership, but they really offer so much more than just, again, a tool or a platform that you can build things on. It's a whole ecosystem, I guess, in and of itself. And with ClickFunnels 2.0, which is sort of their next generation of the tool that they have already built out, and actually they gave access to everybody that attended the conference. It's not officially rolling out for another couple weeks. But the things they talked about that ClickFunnels 2.0 will have seem pretty sweet in terms of capturing more, really everything you need for managing or starting up your business and managing it going forward, managing customer interactions, setting up membership sites, setting up blogs. Again, that goes back to the YouTube plus blogging. So I got video for people that like video, plus some sort of written text for people that like to read stuff. Right now, I'm thinking I'm going to focus on those two kind of specific sources to drive organic traffic, and maybe if I end up doing advertisements, maybe I would do a paid YouTube advertisement or something. So still got to figure all the details of that out, but that's at least what I'm thinking right now. I did, so aside from setting up those channels for, again, PhD secrets, and then I'll have one that I'm posting these types of videos to and documenting my journey over the next year, which I think is my business launch secrets.com, and will be the same on the YouTube channel. I did come up with some sweet graphics for the PhD secrets channel. Pretty happy with. I mean, I did come up with it in about 10 minutes sitting here on my computer using Canva, which is actually a pretty sweet subscription-based tool to do any sort of graphic design work that you need to do, but do it like super simple. Again, they got like 1,000 different templates. You just pick which one looks cool to you, edit the text, and you're off to the races. So way better than what I used to do many years ago of using Adobe Photoshop or Premiere. Used to do web design using Dreamweaver. All those are great, but really require a ton of kind of know-how and expertise to get up and running there. So let's see what we got. I'll show you the latest and greatest that I have here for my PhD Secrets logo. Bam, PhD Secrets with a box around it. 3 colors in there, right? Got your yellow, sweet, hip, whatever, kind of a dark grayish background, white box around the secrets, you know, certainly, I wouldn't say copied, but modeled around Russell Brunson's various secrets books, because, hey, if it worked for him, then I figure it's probably a good model overall. So that's main kind of logo, I guess you could say, or I'll just use that for all the profile pics and whatnot. I'm trying to keep this a little less focused on me as an individual, more around the concept, because obviously at some point I would like to grow this, and maybe it would be more than just myself that's generating content, maybe far down the road. Next, the YouTube banner. Bam. Sweet visual from space of Earth and sun in the distance with PhD secrets. I also put new secrets every Monday, so new videos every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if this was just something on the template. And I think I read something earlier about, in terms of generating YouTube content, to try to do it on some sort of schedule, do it at the same time. I don't know if that like helps your algorithm, helps the YouTube algorithm to rank you higher. Or I don't know what the purpose is, but I read smart people saying you should do that. So sure, that's what I should do. And I guess every Monday, once a week, seems like a pretty reasonable goal. Again, I want to try to generate one of these videos just as I talk about my journey, like every day. So again, in a year, going to hit the $1 million mark. Should have 365 videos showing how I got there. Even doing that part-time, like nights and weekends, still managing family stuff and work obviously during the day. Crazy idea, but you know, why not, right? So yeah, so then I'll have a separate, I guess, just weekly video on the PhD Secrets channel, just to kind of start generating content. So as I'm going to sell things, when people look me up or whatever, hopefully they'll find the YouTube channel and can see all my free content so that they can use. Then also another thing I saw that YouTube likes is or they offer is a watermark on your videos. So that's what this is. And just to show you that it's actually legit, bring over the actual channel here for PhD Secrets. Boom, it's live, published. You can check it out. But that's everything there. Profile, image. Try to keep it super simple. That's kind of my MO. I like to keep things simple because my brain starts to hurt after too much, and most people also don't pay attention to a lot. So it seems to me that it makes sense to keep things relatively straightforward. People have less of an shorter attention span than a goldfish, as it which is basically the amount of time it takes to swim around the fishbowl. It's about the time you have to keep people's attention on whatever you're trying to show them. So I think this is good for now. Maybe I'll zing it up or whatever, modify it over time, but that's what I have thus far. So that's where I am today, day 3 of the journey. Still tons of work to do, but hopefully kind of keep things rolling along from there. The last maybe little tidbit I'll hit you with is something I was also thinking about as I get a daily email showing various things that I've highlighted in books I've read on my Kindle, and one of them came up from Alex Hermosi's book, $100 Million Offers, where he emphasizes that when he's training his sales team for what they're doing, to talk about that the pain is the pitch. And this is all also kind of emphasized in the conference I was at last week, talking about as you start to think about how you're going to market whatever the product is that you're selling, you need to, first kind of get a good idea of what is the main pain point that your product is trying to solve. And that, as you're pitching it in your marketing and in your sales videos or whatever, you really want to, identify what the problem is. And then number 2 is really agitate that in the customer's mind, meaning make that sound like a horrible thing in their lives. So to kind of almost put them in a sense of hopelessness to a certain degree, so that then when you are ready to pitch them on, hey, well, don't worry, I've got the solution, which is X, then they are kind of immediately open to, oh, well, wow, this is great. I thought I didn't have any hope and I was just going to die a lonely person, but you've shown me that there's a better opportunity, or there's a new opportunity rather, for how I can address this. And then they're much more willing to fork over more cash money, which is what I need them to do, in order for me to help solve their problems and to get them ultimately to a better place than they are now in dealing with whatever the pain is that they have going on right now. So there's a lot to unpack there, but I just thought I'd leave you with that, since it was something I was thinking about as well today as I saw that pop up through my email. So that's all I have for today. Again, it's late night here at the homestead. About time to hit the sack, get a few hours of sleep, and keep on trucking tomorrow. So hope you are all well, and I'll talk to you again next time. Peace.